So, as I already mentioned, the other project we have to work on is a game. We always have to do a game, and this time we have decided to do a 2D platformer where the player wields magnet powers. We are a group of 8 students who are working together, and that group is split between 2 level designers, 5 artists, and me. I'm the only programmer of the group, which means I am the bottleneck, which is not a great position to be in, but since that is the position I've been in for every game we've done so far, I've kind of gotten used to it. But that also means the progress of our game mainly depends on me. If someone else doesn't do their job for the week, it's fine because we have the stuff other people did and so on. But if I don't do my job, we can't show anything. So I just have to do my job, which means programming. But first, let me tell you a little bit more about our game. Our game this time around is a 2D platformer where the player takes on the role of a thief who has stolen an artifact which can use magnet powers. So basically, what our player can do is he can pull objects towards him, then pick them up, and then push them away in any direction you want. So basically, the gameplay flow is push an object, pick it up, throw it back. That is the basic concept that this game is built around. The combat works by pushing objects into enemies at a high speed, and there are also obviously opportunities for puzzles with these powers. There's one more power. If the player is standing on one of these metal blocks, he can push himself away to do a way higher jump than if you are just standing on the ground. Those are the basic powers. There are obviously a lot more, like a wall run or hanging from the ceiling and stuff like that you could do with the magnet power set, but we don't have the time for it because we just have to do a basic prototype. The story is a bit generic, but that's on purpose. It is about a thief that has stolen an artifact from a gang, and she's also chased by the police and has to escape. The gameplay is a very basic Metroidvania style. So in this example, you could start here, then would have to go here, maybe pick up an upgrade or something that is here, with which you could go back here and then make your way up here and here continue the level. But in this case we don't want a full Metroidvania world, we want small Metroidvania levels, not really small, but smaller levels, which are played in Metroidvania style, but when you are done with a level you go to the next one and play that one through, which is a little bit different to how Metroidvanias normally work. That's the basis for our game. Let's now talk about timing. Today is December 9th. We have to get the game done by sometime in early February. I don't exactly remember the date. But on December 13th, we have our last chance to present the game to our lecturer. So that's about here. That's not so far away. And in this time, I will need to do some stuff. I have to finish the enemies. I have started working on the AI, but none of them have attacks, and the AI isn't working too good. I have to get the game into Git, so I can easily transfer it to our level design people, who can build and test the level. This is something I absolutely have to do today. I have to program the enemy weapons. Because they are metal, they can also be used with the magnet powers. And that is a really basic element of the game for the combat, so I really have to do that. And there are obviously a bunch more of things that I could do, but that are not strictly necessary at this point. They will be built in this time span, but they don't have to be done here. But if I have time, I will do as much as I can. I have today, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, basically the whole day to work on this, which is what I will do, except for today, because today I want to get for you the last video done, which I haven't edited yet. So that is also something I have to do today. That and the Git, definitely today. Everything after that, when I have the time. And I also want to give you a little bit more of an overview about the game by showing it to you. So let's get started. I just got done editing the second video, the introduction for my video project. So now seems like an appropriate time to tell you about the other project. This is the current build of our project. It is very buggy, very unfinished. Nothing is as it will be in the final game, but it is a first prototype that shows where we want to go with the game, and it is also the prototype that we will present in class. So you play as this character here, you have basic controls, you can move and jump, and you also see the cursor, which is going to be important because you have magnet powers, as I already mentioned. So this is a metal box, and if I get close to it with the cursor, you see it gets red, which means I can interact with an object. Now I can use left click to pull something towards me, or right click to push it away from me. If I pull something towards me close enough, I can lift it up and then push it in any direction I want. So we included that so you can attack flying enemies by lifting something up, and then if there was a flying enemy here, I could just push it against it and that would destroy the enemy. This is going to be the start of the level. Don't worry about the glitch animation. This is going to be the start of the level where you only have the push ability, so you normally wouldn't have the pull ability here. So the things you can do are built around just having the push ability. Also, if you lift up an object, the animation is buggy. It plays the fall animation all the time. That's a bug I still have to fix, but I don't have the time to fix it before we present this in class. Also, if you jump from an object, you also always have the fall animation. I don't know why. If you are standing on a metal object, you become blue, which means your super jump is ready. So you can basically push yourself away from the block to do a much higher jump. But that's also an ability that is only unlocked later in the game. So in the final game, you won't have that ability here. And you just have to do this here with normal jumps. This is an enemy. He should normally move a bit faster. I don't know why he's so slow. If I stand here for long enough, he should attack me, yeah, and kill me. So then I have to restart the level. In this case, we could take the metal box from here, pick it up, bring it here, and destroy the enemy like this. But because you shouldn't have that ability right here, you normally would have to dodge the enemy and then move on through here. This whole area will have to be remade because it doesn't serve any real purpose right now. You just have to push away that box and then move away. Also, this area is the same. It also doesn't serve really purpose. And then you go here, climb up here, if you don't die. So you have to climb up here. This is a checkpoint. This is a first version. This is not the final design, but I needed a placeholder. Then you have to do this jump run around those platforms and go down here. Now you have two paths because it is kind of supposed to be a Metroidvania. You can go to the left here where you will find a collectible. This purple thing, you can't collect it yet because I didn't code that in yet. And on the other side you also find a collectible, but you can't get there because remember, here at this point you should only have the push ability, not the pull, so you can't move that box out there. I mean, I obviously can because I have both the abilities in this build, but normally you should only be able to push, so you can't get that box from out there. So what you have to do is, here you would get the next ability, which would be the super jump. So you can use the super jump here to climb up these platforms. Yeah, and then you are at the end of this prototype. It's very short, very simple, very buggy, but it works as a demonstration of what we want our game to be and look and feel like. So we have now presented the game to our lecturer, and he liked it for the most part. He was obviously not happy about the unfinished animations and that the enemy has no animation, and yeah, he obviously saw that it is very unfinished, and he also asked us to look into sound effects because sound effects can make a lot of the juice of a game, and yeah, that will be important in our game specifically. Those were the two main points that he talked to us about: the animations and the sound effects. Everything else he said was alright for a first prototype. So yeah, we will just have to continue working on it, and from now on I will make general update videos to show you the progress of my projects. I hope you enjoyed this little look into our game, and I will see you in the next video.